I'm Richard Clarke. I record these talks every day as a way to deepen my inquiry. Listen each day and deepen your own practice. Welcome. I'm reviewing and commenting on the book Talks with Sri Ramana Maharshi. Today is from Talk 310. Mr. Greenlease. After leaving this ashramam in October, I was aware of Bhagavan's peace enfolding me for about 10 days. All the time while busy in work, there was an undercurrent of that peace of unity. It was almost like the dual consciousness while half asleep in a dull lecture. Then it faded out entirely, and the old stupidities came in instead. Work leaves no time for separate meditation. Is the constant reminder, I am, trying to feel it while actually at work, enough? Maharshi. It will become constant when the mind becomes strengthened. Repeated practice strengthens the mind, and such mind is capable of holding on to the current. In that case, engagement in work or no engagement, the current remains unaffected and uninterrupted. Questioner. No separate meditation is necessary? Maharshi. Meditation is your true nature now. You call it meditation because there are other thoughts distracting you. When these thoughts are dispelled, you remain alone, that is, in the state of meditation, free from thoughts, and that is your real nature, which you now are attempting to gain by keeping away other thoughts. Such keeping away of other thoughts is now called meditation. When the practice becomes firm, the real nature shows itself as the true meditation. Other thoughts arise more forcibly when you attempt meditation. In this dialogue, Mr. Greenlease shares his experience of feeling enveloped in Bhagavan's peace after leaving the ashram for about 10 days, but then his old mental habits resumed. He described how this peace seemed to fade away as he became immersed in his daily activities, leading him to feel a sense of disconnection at the resurgence of old patterns of thinking, the old stupidities. He doesn't feel that he has time to meditate due to his busy work schedule and wants to know if simply remembering the phrase, I am, during his work is sufficient to maintain inner peace. Ramana Maharshi responds by explaining that the experience of I am will indeed become continuous when the mind is strengthened through repeated practice. He emphasizes that consistent practice strengthens the mind, allowing it to hold on to the current awareness regardless of the external engagement in work or other activities. This strengthened mind remains unaffected by external distractions, enabling the uninterrupted flow of inner peace. Again, Ramana mentions the current of awareness. He used the same word describing his own enlightenment experience when he was 16. This current is not anything you can feel or sense, not even some subtle feeling. It is something you can know, though, the knowing that comes from being. Remembering I am is a way to open the experience I am. I am is always there, whether we notice it or not. Meditation is by the mind, for the mind, to quiet the mind. The quiet mind no longer projects its version of reality. Its unreality is removed from awareness. Then your existence, what is there when every idea that can be removed is removed, yourself stands alone. Your existence and consciousness cannot be removed. They always remain. When Mr. Greenleaf questions whether separate meditation is necessary, Ramana offers insight, saying that meditation is not something separate from your true nature, but is inherent within each of us. He explained that what Mr. Greenleaf thinks of as meditation is simply the attempt to quiet the mind amidst the presence of disturbing thoughts. The Maharshi says that your real nature is already in a state of meditation, already free from thought, and that the practice of meditation is merely the process of dispelling these distracting thoughts to reveal your true essence. Furthermore, Ramana says that as you try to quiet the mind, there is the emergence of more forceful thoughts, thoughts with more mental energy during meditation, as the mind resists efforts to still it. In the Zen story of the 10 bulls, a metaphor of practice and realization, number 5 is taming the bull. The bull, in this case, is your mind. The verse says, "The whip and rope are necessary, else he might stray off down some dusty road. Being well trained, he becomes naturally gentle. Then, unfettered, he obeys his master." With persistent practice, your true nature, the state of meditation devoid of thoughts, becomes firmly established. Thus, the ultimate goal of meditation is not to attain a separate state of peace, but to recognize and abide in your inherent state of pure awareness. This dialogue gives Ramana Maharshi's teachings on the nature of meditation and the importance of consistent practice in strengthening the mind to abide in your true nature, the inner peace and ever-present awareness, regardless of external circumstances. So inquire, know yourself, and be always free and at peace. Ramana Maharshi taught, "Who am I?" to reveal your true nature. The book, "Who Am I?" is from early teachings where, in silence, he answered questions by writing in the dirt. I've studied this text for more than 30 years, and my comments help open the door to this teaching. I include practice notes and inquiry questions you can ask within yourself. I've put this in a small book, "Who Am I?" with comments. This book is now available on Amazon. If you have Kindle Unlimited, It is free. A link is in the video notes. These videos bring Ramana's teachings into your direct experience. Click subscribe to see more. Click thumbs up to like, and send questions and start a dialogue with a comment.